Well. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 4 of the Talking Chise podcast. Um, I haven't said this before, but if you will, hit the like button, click subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when we go live. Um, so our guest this week for episode 4 is a guy that they say has a family tree within the Chise. He is the Ravens head coach, Zoe.
What's happening?
How we doing?
And I'm here hanging, man. Trying to squeeze a dub in here, bro. I gotta get me one soon.
I believe it's coming. The last 2 games, they've been a lot different than the first 2 games.
That's a fact, and they've definitely been nail biters, bro. That last one, I was shook. Like I had to go back and rewatch the game and see where the hell I went wrong at.
Yeah,
Cause I was like, man, I really let that one slip. But I ain't put up a fight. It was a good one.
yeah. Going back and at times going back and watching the streams will kind of help you because you can kind of look back and see what plays kind of worked.
Right.
You can watch other plays like passing plays or whatever, and you can maybe see where there was a receiver open, so that then maybe
Right.
you'll keep your eye on that next time that you call that play and see if it's there or not.
Exactly.
So I guess we'll touch on a little bit on the family tree a little bit, if you will, because as you know, the Chise is like a family. Speaking of the family, you have a
Fact.
family tree within the Chise. How many
Yep.
family members of yours do we have in here?
Man, I got two, man. I got my cousin in here and my uncle, man. Both of them are Marcus's. It's senior
Oh,
and junior.
oh man, the Mark and Marks,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
they
So yeah, we got three Marks now.
and they've been pretty active. They've been getting their games in. They've been playing. They're you
Yeah.
know haven't
Yeah.
really hit their.
They yeah they
Ha-
uh they they in tune now. Like they used to laugh at me because I don't even know realize how long I've been in the Chives at this point. But I think this is probably like I know probably like at least my fourth or fifth year, and they've been watching me play since the beginning, and they would just talk shit because they hear me talking about trades or talking about move plays and shit, and they just be
hmm
like, "Man, you taking this shit serious, man?" I kept telling them, "I'm like, brother, Childs gets real."
Oh,
And so, not this past season, but the season before, my little cousin had came in and was just sat down and watched the whole game. And he saw how I was locked in. He was like, "Hey." He's like, this shit look like it might be kind of fun. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, give me a reason to actually play Madden. Like I had bought it in the past, but I never really just locked in with it. You know what I'm saying? But joining the Chise and getting in there and talking shit with y'all guys, it really made me kind of lock in a little bit. And he wanted to get down, so I was like, hey man, once you get in, you're gonna want to step your game up, and it's not gonna be no cakewalk. You ain't gonna be able to just come in here and just get a dub off top. Like you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to play the game.
oh yeah.
And last year they were able to see. So in the off season, this past year, these boys had me locked in. Like I had to make a practice tries for them and just let
hmm
them see how things worked, and they liked it. And so they're pretty hyped up about this season, and I hope that they can do good. But it's still competition shit. When I play them, it's up.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another Chise out there that's like the Chise.
No,
You
not at
know?
all. Like I just quit a league probably like a week or two ago. I was just like, bro, I can't get this shit my time. They don't take it as I can't say that they didn't take it as serious, but just the way their trials ran, man. I don't think like you said, I don't think there's really another trials that's like ours. You know, even from the way they do like Sims and they actually play the computer and things of that nature. I couldn't get down with it. There was too much going on, so I got out of there and I'm locked in with us, man. I'm focused on
Yeah, because sometimes it's the person that's over the Chise. Sometimes they're not so good at things. Luckily, we've got
it.
Mark, who's
Right.
done it for 10 years and's made it last 10 years, and we're off and going, looking
Right.
for year 11 after this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild that it's been going that long.
Dope.
Um, so we touched on it a little earlier, but we've seen some improvements in your last 2 games compared to your first two. Um, what's it going to take for you to get your first win, being that you've been close to pulling off upsets in the last two games against the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills?
Ooh. Honestly, I think it's me kind of slowing down my game a little bit because y'all know I love no. That's always just been my thing. I think I kind of had to come up out of it a little bit, kind of flip through my formations. You know what I'm saying? Kind of take my time and and map out real what I really want to do with my drives. You know what I'm saying? Like come out in something and maybe get you a couple plays and then switch into something else. You know, kind of keep everybody guessing. Because when you run that no huddle and you're stuck with that, you come out there and you're stuck with that formation and that personnel. There's only so
Mm-hmm.
much you can do. And
Right.
like I was telling my uncle, telling the 49ers, these guys play the game. So a lot of these formation, these guys are gonna look at it and they know what you want to run. They know what you're gonna run. They know your route combos. So
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have to switch it up. Like that's one thing I like about the Chise too. It's not just being able to play. You have to kind of be smart too. You have to make the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
And because shit, one wrong decision and you're out of the game. And that's the perfect way to describe these last two games I had. Like, you know, an extra interception could cost you if somebody comes down and they actually burn the clock a little bit and slow down and go through their plays. You know, so you have to like really slow down and think about what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah.
it's definitely made me compared to the game for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes a big difference that whenever you're just in the hurry up and you got just those four or five different plays, you can only run it so many times, and then it's like
Right. And then
they
not to mention the play counter on top of that, you know, so
yeah, you got the
yeah,
play
you gotta
counter,
really be on game.
and then the more you run no huddle, your players starting getting fatigued and everything too.
That too. That too. And I've already taken a big injury with my rookie running back. I can't think of his name, but playing against Rod and he got hurt. Like he came out on fire. I had a couple good runs and Rod just came through and boom stick that nigga. He was done. He was
Oh,
out for the season. And that just changed from that point on. I really think that was the play that took me out of my game with Rod because that just upset me. I didn't want to run Derrick Henry into the ground. You know,
mm-hmm.
he played pretty decent, but it just kind of put a halt on what I had going for the season. It kind of made me get back in my book and look back at my roster and see what I wanted to do.
Yeah, because those injuries they'll make you feel some type of way. Because my
For
last
real.
game against the Lions, Stu, both my D tackles got hurt, and one of them's
Damn.
out for 5 weeks.
Woo.
Yeah, it was it'll aggravate you, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I looked at your player stats here earlier,
Hmm.
and from looking at that, it looks as though rookie Jordan Travis and Deshaun Watson have been playing quarterback. Is there a two
Yeah.
quarterback system going on over there in Baltimore, or is there a change at quarterback, or what's going on over there?
Uh, I'm waiting to see, Jake. We started the season with Jordan Travis just because, in the off season when I played with a lot of young quarterbacks, and
Mm-hmm.
I like that system of developing a quarterback. But when Jordan Travis, it's kind of hard. He doesn't necessarily have a cannon of an arm. Like his throwing power is terrible.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to get my streaks and my deep corners. It's hard to get the ball out there for them to be able to catch it. So last game I ran with Deshaun Watson and it made a hell of a difference. I feel like I could compete a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking the rest of the season I'm gonna just run with Deshaun and just upgrade Jordan Travis through practice and drills, but we'll see what happens. We might get a little dual quarterback action. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with the dual quarterback action. I've ran that before.
Yeah, it's different. I kind of thought about it. We'll see what happens with Baltimore.
What would you say the strength of the Baltimore Ravens is?
Honestly, bro, to be honest, I really can't tell you without me getting a dub. It looks like I don't really have one. I've still managed to throw a few picks, but in regards to my game as a whole, I'm doing a hell of a lot better, especially opposed to like last season's. I was throwing hella picks. I've tried to
Mm-hmm.
ease up on that. So I'm proud. I'm proud of my team that I'm able to like make drives, and
Hmm.
kind of stay in the game.
Right.
But as far as like a overall strength, I really can't tell you. I think my user probably has been the best part of my game. I'll say that. Probably my user skills, just
Yeah.
at that middle linebacker and my safeties. But I'm struggling with Micah Hyde because Micah Hyde, he's older, he's kind of slow. So
Hmm.
I've been kind of having to step up and work with Lloyd and my other linebackers and kind of make shit shake. But I'm kind of proud of how my linebacker has been playing. I haven't really gave up too many rushing yards. Um, Lane ran all over me, and I think towards the end of the game, Rod started pulling off running the ball a little bit. But yeah, I can say that I'm kind of satisfied with how my run defense has been.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I take that.
I looked at the roster a little bit earlier. I was thinking that the offensive side was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
The O line looks pretty good, so
yeah,
they look like they'll be able to make holes for Derrick Henry to run through. Although
yeah.
he doesn't
They've
really
done
need
pretty
them.
good.
He'll just truck over people.
Yeah, I was finna say he don't need nobody. Shoot, he run over anything and everybody.
Yeah. um, how do you feel about the difficulty of winning your division, knowing that you have Mark and Matt?
And Matt, I love it actually. I didn't want to be in the cakewalk division. That's is not to say that it would be a cakewalk because shit, I ain't got a dub. So but to be in that challenging of a division is definitely making me lock in because I want to get at least two division wins if I can.
Hmm.
I love Matt's game, and I don't think people realize that. Like I really like Matt game. Even throughout the years, I think I've probably watched more of Matt streams than anybody. Probably Matt and Rod. But even though y'all see me and Matt talk a lot of shit in the group chat, Matt is pretty solid. Like Matt taps in with me, and he's always like, "Bro, just play head to head. Like you only gonna get better by playing." And I need to. I think I'm definitely ready to start taking them up on some of them offers. But it's cool to be in a division with those two. It kind of closed down the pipeline between me and Mark because me and Mark usually make a trade or two every Madden, and this year I'm just like, nah, Mark, I'm not trading with you, bro. I want to beat you.
Yeah,
Trade talks are off with you and Matt. Like, screw that. I'm trying to get a dub. I ain't trying to make y'all better. I'm trying to beat y'all. So yeah, it's cool. I really like it. I'm ready to actually play a division game and see where I stand up against these two boys because Ryan beat the shit out of me. He pulled up. I'm ready to make some noise against them two boys there for sure.
yeah. Matt has a pretty good game.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
always got a good quarterback and good wide receivers that run, and he's got some routes that are hard to stop.
Really.
Oh yeah,
He's tough, man. He's the mad scientist, bro.
uh,
He's really Dexter in the lab, bro.
he's got one play that gives me fits because I have to literally pick between the guy that's going to go short and the guy that's running over to the middle.
Right, and he's gonna make the right decision.
Oh
Don't.
yeah,
It's hard to catch Matt slipping, man. The youngster is tough, bro. He's tough for sure.
but being in a tougher division like that with those two or anybody of that quality, it makes you
Yeah,
better. It'll make you a
for
better
sure,
person in the long run.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm. I'm just ready to get these division games in and see where I stand because I got to get past them boys to make it to the playoffs. It's no way around it.
Well, unless you could win your games like outside, and then
Yeah.
there could be a way that you could get three of y'all's division teams in there in the
Yeah, it's
playoffs.
possible, but it's tough, man. Y'all
It
guys are
is very
bringing it.
tough. Oh yeah.
Everybody wanted, especially this first season. Everybody's trying to get to it, get their rosters right. You know what I'm saying? Get their lineups
Mm-hmm.
good and set how they want them to be. So, yeah, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man.
Yeah.
I know I don't really be as active in the chat as everybody else, but I stand, man. And shout out to y'all boys. I'm really enjoying the season.
Yeah, and I guess with the way I draft, I'm normally satisfied with my roster at the end of the draft, and it makes it difficult for me to even want to be able to or trade anybody.
Right.
But
And I think this is I want to say I think this is my first year actually sitting through a draft. Like I think these past 2 years with me working on Saturdays, like I've came into it and probably like picked a couple players and I was like, oh yeah, screw it. I didn't get who I wanted from the jump. But
yeah,
I think this year when we got off, I think we were probably like in the fourth or fifth round. I already had Deshaun Watson, so had already drafted a quarterback for me, and of course, y'all guys swept through the quarterback market,
Oh
and then
yeah.
I kind of just made it work from there. I think I had Jamar Chase and Mark Andrews already, and so that's why my offense is kind of loaded like that, and then I just kind of went from there. So,
Yeah.
I see how important that actually being there to draft your players is. It makes a hell of a difference. Like getting the picks that the computer gives you and making it work. It's kind of fun, but it's hard
Hmm.
if you really want to compete. So I really wanted to compete this season, and I'm happy that I actually sat through the draft.
Yeah, and like there's times that the CPU nowadays can draft you a pretty solid team just through auto drafting.
Right,
It's not like what it was 4 or 5 Maddens ago to where they would literally just take all of the like high overalls. You could pick all.
right,
You could be in round 10 and be getting like some of these good rookies.
right.
To where now they're going to take those pretty early on, like round 4, round
Yeah,
5.
right. Everybody coming for them, all the hidden developments and all
Yeah,
that. That's what everybody wants.
and I like them making it to where the CPU will do that type of thing now instead of it being how it used to be.
Right. I feel like the CPU really drafts around the play style of your squad. For them to take a scrambling quarterback for me. Like all the picks that they had, I'll say, Jake, were pretty much scheme fits.
Hmm. Yeah,
So it kind of worked out. It worked out in my benefit. They helped me out for sure.
yeah, it's like they knew you wanted offense first.
Yep. Yep.
um, so we've seen you run a formation that no one else in the Chise has run. It's called the Monster.
Uh yeah, the good old monster, man.
What makes this formation so lethal? Because Madden 24, we saw you take Lane down with it.
Yeah, it's a hell of a formation, especially out of the spread playbook. I know last season they had it in the air raid at first, and they switched it over. Excuse me. And I was coming out in double stack. I really like double stack. It's a pretty dope formation if you can work with it and set your audibles to get some guys open. I really love that. Probably my favorite formation in Madden. And I don't even remember how I got to it, Jake. I think I was just randomly playing online, which I hardly do. And I was running my no huddle and went to switch formations and I saw I'm like, monster, what the hell is this? So, I click it and, everybody spreads out and it just leaves you with three
Hmm.
down linemen up front and your quarterback and your running back. And of
Yep.
course, the defense just dispersed. Everybody just leaves the middle of the field wide open. And I was
Hmm.
like, man, this is kind of deadly. So I just started running with it in the ties. And, these guys didn't really like it too much. But I don't know how to feel about it. If people running on me online, it kind of is what it is. It really makes you have to when somebody comes out in monster and you're on defense, you have to make the right decision as the
Oh
user.
yeah.
If you do not, you're going to pay for it. And when you pay for it, nine times out of 10, it's gonna be like a 20-yard game, bro, every time.
Yeah.
So
I actually think I
it,
ran Monster a couple of Maddens ago. Now that I
yeah,
think about it, it's
yeah,
a
it's
wild
crazy.
formation. It
It
really is.
is. It is, but I like it. But I kind of toned it down a little bit. In the off season, I really didn't practice running it too much. I kind of tried to stay away, stay in the same playbook, but kind of just move around it. And when I play online, I might run a play out of it, but since we started the Chives, I mean, really since Madden's came out and I've been online, I haven't really ran it. So it wasn't a big deal for me not to really come out in it too much this season because I knew everybody was gonna bitch about it. Fuck a lane, but I don't need it. I don't need it. I fucked with Lane because I told him I was gonna come out in it, and I actually was getting ready to like in the third quarter of our game. I was just gonna switch to Monster just to fuck with him, just to make him say something and switch back out of it. But I was like, man, let me stop playing with Lane because it was too intense. I was trying to come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I like it. I like it. But you're probably not gonna see too much of it this season, man. I'm trying to, stray away from it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions I've got for you. If there's anything, if you had any questions, that's cool. You can ask away. If you got anything that you'd like to say to anybody else out there, let it rip.
Um, how do you feel about your division, Jake? You feel like it's tight over there, or how you feel about
I mean, to be honest, it's my division. I mean,
it?
it's gonna be Cardinals winning the division every year.
Feel it. I
Yep.
feel it.
I think
I
it'll
watched
be
you play. Yeah,
it'll be Cardinals, then the Rams, and then the Niners, and then the Seahawks.
ooh, you gonna sweep past Rambo like that?
Oh yeah, we're sweeping past Rambo. We already beat him once. We're sweeping him every season.
Shout, shout out to my boy Rambo, man.
Hey,
I like
Rambo's good
Rambo,
though.
man.
Don't
Yeah,
let me fool you.
yeah,
Rambo's solid. He's good.
yeah. Shout out to my boy, man. I like his game too. But I've been watching. Hey, Jake, I actually caught a few of your games last season. I think we might have played each other once or twice last year. And
Yeah, I think it was once. Cause
yeah, I liked your game a lot. And I've been watching you play, man. You got a nice little scheme. I like the way you set up some of your routes, and then you got AR at quarterback, right?
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. You
He
tough.
had
You tough. You got something going over there.
yeah he had a solid game 2 and game 3. The one against Lane I think was just a fluke. I'm not sure, but 5 interceptions. We had to tone that down real quick.
Right.
We
Right.
weren't going to go anywhere doing that.
Yeah.
But that's the bottom line of it is you've just got to play your game. You can't let
Right.
people get you out of your game and then you start playing their game
Exactly.
because that's where you get in trouble.
And that's what I've been trying to stress to the family tree. Like y'all boys gotta play y'all game. Even when you getting blown out, stick to your game and perfect it because you know what you want to run. You know the style of football that you
Hmm.
like to play. You just kind of have to adapt to the defenses you see and make the right decision. And those boys they gonna do all right. I think Junior with the Chiefs roster, man, with him taking Spencer Rattler and throwing him in the starting position.
Hmm.
I think he's gonna make some noise towards the end of the season. I want to see how he stacks up against Rod because I told him I'm like, you in the division with a real baller.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to get out there with that boy and try to pick something apart. And he says he's looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And it's a lot of good football being played by y'all boys, and I'm enjoying watching it. And as far as Matt and Mark go, I'm coming for y'all boys. I told Mark in the DMs the other day, like, yeah, but it's not gonna be easy. I want that dub.
Yeah.
Um, Shout out to Lane though, man. Lane's pretty solid, man. He played a really good game. I don't think he expected me to put up a fight the way I did. But all the trash talk we had in the chat earlier that day, I'm like, man, I can't go out like no sucker. So I had to
Right.
I had to step up, and I'm happy I was able to put up a fight against him. But I did want that dub, and same for the game before. Shout out to Scrims, man. We were laughing before the game. I told him I was like, man, don't whoop me too bad because Scrims can be deadly himself, and I kind of locked in on him too.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, I'm really just enjoying it this year, bro, and seeing that I don't know what the hell Monty had going, bro. Monty is, like Monty's roster is crazy.
His offense is.
Man, it's ridiculous, bro. That shit is crazy to watch. I've been enjoying that. Fuck Monty too.
Yeah.
But nah, bro,
Monty's
bro's a
fun to
baller for
watch.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, he a gunslinger. I'm ready for my boy Boobs to come back too, man. I really like Boo Boo game. Boo Boo is another one that's really came up. I don't think we really
Hmm.
talk about it enough, but Boo Boo got a lot better, and I'm definitely I enjoy watching that first game. I'm ready to see what he does whenever he does come back. Hopefully, he does come back.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boo Boo.
There's been a lot of people that improved. Marshall's improved since he's been in the Chise.
Oh
He's
man,
improved a lot.
fuck Marsh. That is one player like since I've been in the Chaz I have not beat yet, and it's always a tight game. Marsh probably has thrown like no lie, y'all, probably like 5 or 6 game winners against me. Every time I play him, he's throwing a game winning touchdown on me, bro. It doesn't fail. He's like A-Rod out there. I'm tired
Hey.
of Marsh. I wanted to be in this division again so I could finally trying to get that dub, but we might set that up for next year. I want him and Ryan. Oh yeah, before I leave this, shout out to Ryan, bitch ass. I can't wait to see him this year. Ryan, I am coming for you, boy. You know how we do it. You know I'm talking big trash. You lucky you might be on the schedule this season. I ain't even looked. I hope you are.
Actually, I can
Boy,
look real quick.
yeah.
Let me go
Yeah,
look.
man, because y'all know how me and Ryan do it.
Let's see.
I'm happy to have that boy back in the child, man. That's another person I really enjoy
Uh,
watching, man. Ryan, to me, as far as defense goes, I feel like Ryan's user is top tier. I feel like it's always been that. I love watching his game. He's always locked in on the user. If you run into him, Ryan is gonna pop your bitch ass every time. It don't matter who he got on the field. It is going to be a hit stick, sir.
Yeah,
So
Ryan's real solid with them hit sticks. He
for
knows how to
sure,
time it up. That's for
for
sure.
sure, for sure. But yeah, fuck that boy. I'm ready to play him.
He wasn't on the schedule though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, hopefully
He
we'll
got
see
he
him in
got he
the.
got lucky this season.
Yeah, he got lucky. It's all good. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see him this cycle.
But yeah. So all right. Well, we enjoy you for taking your time to be on the Talking Chats podcast with us. We hope you enjoyed your time on here.
Yes, sir.
Um, so we're gonna just let everybody know to like and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all in episode 5. Thank
Yes,
y'all for
sir.
being here.